Hi guys, I'm Rick. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making steak soup. Alright, I'm starting out here with a large onion and 2 stalks of celery. And I'm going to go ahead and dice these up in my soup. Okay, now that I have my celery and onions all diced up, I'm just going to put them aside here on a plate for now. And I'll be using them in a little bit. Okay, on my meat cutting mat, I have roughly a 1.5 pound top round steak. I'm going to cut this into beef stewing cubes. And you just want to make them like a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. You don't want them real big. So you just cut them down about like that. Alright, now that I have my steak all cut up into beef cubes, I have my 8-quart pressure cooker warming up here. And I know you're probably saying this guy uses pressure cookers a lot, but I work too late to do this in a regular stovetop pot. That took like 2 hours, and here I'm going to knock this out in about a 1/2 hour. So I'm warming up my 8-quart pressure cooker, and I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil in there once that gets warm. Give that a minute or so. And with stainless steel, you want that to get good and hot before you put your oil in. Then the stuff won't stick when you put it in. Let me just put my hand down here and feel. Alright, I'm going to add in roughly about 3 or 4 tablespoons of olive oil. You could also use vegetable oil, or you could use a vegetable oil, margarine, or butter blend, but for that you have to be careful not to scorch your butter or margarine. That's where the oil helps out. That'll help keep that from scorching. Alright, this is coming up to temperature. I'm going to go ahead and add them beef cubes in there that I cut up. Now I'm going to fry this over high heat so those beef cubes get brown. Okay, while my steak tips brown, in a little glass dish, I'm going to mix together 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Okay. I'm also going to throw in 1 tablespoon of paprika, and this isn't a smoky, this is just regular paprika. Okay. I'm going to throw in a teaspoon of salt, and this I'm just going to eyeball. And 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and I'm just going to eyeball that also. Take my spoon here. I'm going to stir this up good and set this aside. It's going to get sprinkled over top of my steak tips or beef cubes, whatever, when they're done browning. Alright, now that my beef cubes are browned, I'm going to dump in that flour mixture, flour spice mixture, just sprinkling it around in here. And I'm going to stir this up and get this to absorb the juices into the flour. And I'm going to give this a stir. And like I said, this is a Dutch oven or a soup pot recipe that I adapted today to the pressure cooker because I don't have the time to put the 2 hours into it. Okay, now that this is all absorbed, I'm going to go ahead and dump in 4 cups of beef broth. This is a 4-cup box here. And I did my little trick with cutting a hole on top of the box so that flows out there nice and smooth. No bubbling or gurgling. Alright. I'm also going to add in 2 cups of water. And I'm going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon of marjoram. And a bay leaf. I should have got that out. Alright. I'm going to have to buy more bay leaves, so I'm running low. And this will pull out before we eat it. And I'm going to put in that onion and celery that I chopped up earlier. I'm going to give that a good stir. Now I'm going to seal this up. Find the arrows. And a little tip real quick. This was getting hard to turn, so I put a little olive oil on my seal. You can do that with olive oil, vegetable oil. It washes off when you wash it, and this will go on nice and easy for you. So easy that went. I'm going to seal this up, bring it up to high pressure, and pressure cook it for 10 minutes. Okay, while my soup's coming up to pressure in the pressure cooker, I have 5 medium-sized russet potatoes here. I figure a potato per family member, which is me, the wife, and the 3 boys. And you could use Yukon Gold, yellow potatoes, red skin potatoes, any kind of potato you like. It's just this what I have on hand. I'm going to cut these up into bite-sized pieces. And it's always have a little extra in your soup, but not enough. Now I hear my pressure cooker coming up to pressure over there. It's starting to hiss on me. So I'm going to go adjust my heat and then finish dicing these up. Alright, my time is up. The 10 minutes are up. I'm going to turn off my heat and I'm going to release the pressure on this manually. It's going to get pretty noisy for a few minutes. Now that my pressure has dropped and this can be opened, I'm going to open this away from me. And as you can see, it's still boiling in there because it's hot. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my potatoes in, turn my heat back on. And the water that's on my potatoes, which is roughly about 3 cups, I'm just going to dump that in there because that isn't a lot of water in that soup. I'm going to have to season this up with more salt. So, let me give it a taste right now for salt. Yeah, that's going to need more. Before I put salt in, though, I'm going to add some beef base. You could also use beef cubes. I'd put a beef cube in for each cup of water. Now, this is better than bouillon. You can buy this at Walmart, and as you can see, it's like a liquid. It's a lot better than the bouillon cubes, but if you can't get this, just use bouillon cubes. Now I'm going to add 3 of these in here. Well, I'll start with 2, and I'll give this a good stir and see how it tastes. Because I don't want to put my salt until I get the beef flavor right, because it'll get too salty if I get it real salty now and then add the beef flavor in. Okay, now with a clean spoon, I'm going to taste this for beef flavor. And I could use a little more, so I'm going to add in another tablespoon. Give this a stir. And I don't need to get it super beefy because when I add in the salt, that'll help enhance the beef flavor. Let me give this a taste. That's tasting good. I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit of salt. I'm going to add in about a tablespoon. And I'm just eyeballing that. Give that a taste. That's good. Those potatoes will soak up some salt too as they cook. Now I'm going to add in, I have a 6-ounce can of tomato paste here. I'm going to add in about half of that. I don't want the whole can because it'll get too tomatoey tasting. Okay, that's good. I also have a 12-ounce bag of mixed vegetables. These are corn, carrots, green beans, and peas. And if you don't like this blend of vegetables, you can put a different blend in, whatever you like. I'm going to go ahead and add these in there. And lastly, I'm going to throw in some fresh parsley. About 4 sprigs, 5. And that will cook down in there as this, it's going to go back under pressure to cook them vegetables. Okay, my parsley off of there. Now I'm going to seal this up and bring this back up to pressure, and I'm going to pressure cook it on high pressure for 6 minutes. Alright, my soup is done, and I released the pressure. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alright. Things cooked through. I'm going to go ahead and pull that bay leaf out of here. And let's go ahead and dish this up and see what we got. Alright, there you have it. Steak soup. Give this a try. I think you'll like it. And until next time, I'll see ya.